So our verse from last week really hit me. The verse in John 8 where Jesus said, "Whoever follows me will never walk in darkness." What hit me was about the light and the path. It really struck me in the way of weird thoughts like, what am I taking for granted about Christ's light? How is the path illuminated? Literally, where is the light? Or over me, under me, around me? Maybe I'm being too literal. John is showing everyone being too literal. But it reminded me of this time. This time I went on a multi-day ocean kayaking trip with two adventurous friends. Something I'd never done before. Way off the main coast to the farthest island out in the ocean off of Portland. We camped on Jewel Island. Jewel Island is a heavily wooded island, isolated with no people and buildings. Hiking in the hot summer and through the dark shaded woodlands, the trails, we were dressed in t-shirts, swim trunks, and sandals, and we were surprised to come across a huge cement opening in the hillside. A small house could fit under the overhang. And then it funneled down to huge double doors. One of the massive cast iron doors was jammed open, invitingly open. So it turns out that on Jewel Island there were three coastal artillery gun batteries were constructed in World War II that we didn't know about. Inside we saw a long dark tunnel which went deep into the hillside, probably old barracks. The darkness was drawing us into for exploration, adventure. How far could we go without a flashlight? As I walked deeper into the darkness, a slave to the pull of adventure, might remind somebody of John 12. Whoever walks in the dark does not know where they are going. The white cement turned to gray and then faded to black. And carefully feeling the floor, we felt cracks and rocks, and we stepped around dark patches on the floor, maybe puddles. The cold, cold darkness thickened and surrounded. Then an aha moment. See, if we walk in front of the light, our shadow blocks the light, and we can't see our way. If I walk in front of the light from the doorway behind me, I can only see the shadow of myself, casting darkness on my path. We cannot walk in front of Christ's light because we will not see our path. Walking in darkness does not mean committing acts of sin, but rather rejecting God's message and walking away from it, like in John 12:35. There was a turn in the tunnel, and it made us pause. A breeze came around the corner with the smell of dampness, moss, and mold in it. Deep inside the tunnel now, I closed my eyes to let them adjust to the darkness. I opened them harder. Now I could see a dim, dim light far up the tunnel. Another step I took. And a shape in the middle of the light far away. I took another step. And then I heard an echoey, distant voice. It said, "Do you want to come to me?" "Yes," I replied. I'm not sure I can go back, and I can't see what's on the floor in front of me. The voice spoke again. "I can see the floor in front of you, but you will have to trust me." Aha moment too. Isaiah said, "I will turn the darkness to light before you and make the rough places smooth." I paused in the tunnel, and could I trust him? The voice continued, "Be careful and listen to what I say, because there are holes in the floor near you." He directed us forward, saying, "Step left and left again, and then go forward, and then right, and then forward." And like that, he kept directing us. And as we walked past a dark patch in the floor, we looked down, and it was a deep vertical shaft. Maybe it was an old elevator or air vent shaft. As we walked towards the light, we could see more and more of the floor. the rocks, the pools of water, the deep holes. The path was there, but I needed his guidance. I know that the voice in the tunnel, it was not Christ. It was another hiker who had come to the west side of Jewel Island. He just happened to be looking at the tunnel that went all the way through the small hill. And the setting sun shining past him made it possible for him to see the floor all the way to my feet. So what does Christ's light mean to me? It means love, joy, safety, and direction. It's like in Proverbs. The path of the righteous is like the morning sun, shining ever brighter till the full light of day. Let's say a little prayer.